What up, Goaty boy? What are you doing?
What up, y'all? It's your boy, the Bard. Today, it is cold. It's cold today. April 1st. We're doing the solar today. Doing it all. I know I made some videos before talking about this stuff, but I'm gonna bust this open and I'm gonna do another time lapse of me doing it. So today we're going to be putting the solar panels on top of the bus. This is going to be pretty cool. The weather's a little chilly today, but we're going to get it done. I wanted to just touch on the stuff I did moments ago when I hooked up the inverter and everything on that before I touch on the solar panel stuff though. So here we have the battery bank that's going to be for the engine power. This is the stuff that's going to run the engine and the auxiliary power like your car has, right? Next over here we have the battery bank that's going to connect to the solar panels. I'm going to bring the camera a little closer so I can explain all of the different terminals touching the top of these batteries. Alright, hopefully you can see enough for me to explain this. So I guess I'll start from the nearest terminal, right? This terminal has a positive lead going to the charge controller, which is up in the bus. I'll show you guys that a little later. And then we have the negative lead, which is connected to the, so we have, I'll start from the bottom cable up, right? So we have this far back cable here going back to the inverter, which I'll show you guys in a moment. And then we have these guys running to the next batteries in line in parallel. Okay, as you can see, these little cables right here, they're running and connecting these in parallel. But basically what that does is these are both 12-volt batteries with a specific number of amps. It's keeping the 12-volt system and moving it to combine the wattage with amperage in mind, right? That's the difference between series and parallel. Anyway, next we have, I switched this around so that things could reach a little better. I'll show you guys that a little closer. But we have, again, going positive to positive back there on the third battery here with the red cabling, as you can see. That's kind of because I switched these around so it's easier to see what's going on with that in mind. And then you can kind of see this negative cable here for the inverter. It's running, it's pretty long, so it's just behind those batteries, kind of against the wall, but it's peeking out a little bit there. And then you have the negative lead on this terminal that's also connected to the charge controller up in the bus. Finally, we have the positive for the inverter on the other side of this battery as well. So now let's take a look at the inverter. Alright guys, so I actually left this on last night, unintentionally, but it's actually pretty neat because now I get to see what happened. Over a day's period, we lost 0.1 volt of power from the batteries in this, and it was a pretty cold night, so with that said, I'm actually really confident in the battery system here that I have because these batteries are not brand new, they're actually used. So it was at 12.4 yesterday, and it appears that we're at 12.3 now connected to the inverter. I'm actually going to turn that off now so we're not spending any more juice and stuff like that. But let me see if I can turn things for you to see a little better. So we have the positive and negative leads coming from the batteries that I described moments ago in the back there. I hope you can see that. It looks like you can on the camera. Anyway, and then we have the ground, which is connected to the outside of the box with a metal, like a bolt. And that's going to keep us grounded, and everything is connected like that. One plan that I have that is not implemented right now, I'd say this system is probably 80 or 90% complete. I want to get a switch between the battery bank for the bus and the battery bank for the solar stuff so that I can bring them together if I ever need to jump the bus, or maybe I want to charge the solar batteries on a rainy day or something with the engine. Yeah, so I decided to show you kind of what I did, right? So on the other side of this is like the under the seat, you have like the gas pedals and stuff. They're generally in this area, and there's a wall called a firewall right here that separates the engine from the fucking driver's seat. So right here, there's a little hole. There's a lot of wiring that existed before, and here I have the solar stuff. And here is the battery stuff right here. I'm not going to yank on it too much, but I flossed it all back so it's kind of nicely oriented, and I will kind of show you the rest of what I did. But you can see this is like a rail. You can get this rail, I believe, at like Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff. So I'm just going to bust out a couple of things to show you what I'm going to be doing here. So basically, I cut up one of these rails to different lengths, such as this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount these brackets to the solar panels. And then from there, I'm going to take these and bolt them to the roof of the bus here. So if you can see here, I have this bolted. I actually have it inserted with a nutsert. I don't know if you guys know what those are. You can Google it. I might show you a video of me doing it. I might install more rail than what you see here. But 5 panels are going to go here, and that's what we're going to do right about now. Yeah, let's get to it. Here we have the solar panels. Whee! Yeah, this took a while to do, but it looks pretty alright. I don't know, well, you can see all the cabling and stuff, but I can basically access everything. The cabling is basically under each panel, protected pretty well. I have it skirted nicely, and came out pretty cool. I think this is the nice permanent solution as the alternative to the old way where I had it like epoxied all weird. These are each 100 watt panels, and what I'm planning to do with them is I think the last two I have wired in parallel to just boost the amperage, because the inverter can handle a specific amount of amps, and I wanted to make sure the volts and the amps were comparable. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Yeah, and I'll answer them. Just comment down below. Subscribe. I need the subscribers so I can get ad money from YouTube, because they're new rules. You know how it be. And yeah, I'm gonna just keep building. I'll let you guys know how it goes.
What up, goatee boys?